Yes.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another Sistas video. This video is titled, "Is Karen Pregnant?" I have literally been asked this question about 50 times within the last 4 days. And I believe I'm being asked that question more often because I believe more people have watched the after show now that it's on BET. And they have now seen the trailer for the second half of season 3. Now, this particular scene has had the Sistas community in an uproar because so many people believe that Karen is pregnant. So the questions I've been getting is, for the most part, is Karen pregnant? And if Karen is pregnant, do you think it's Zach's, or do you think it's Aaron? Or do you think it's somebody else? I was a little floored at the last one. Do you think it's somebody else? Because we've only really seen her have sex with 2 people. So I don't know. I don't know where that last thing came from. But so I might be the oddball one in this about whether or not Karen is pregnant, especially on that scene. I do not believe that Karen is pregnant. I do not believe she was telling Zach that she was pregnant. Reason being, and I know a lot of people do believe that Karen is pregnant, and I think because it would be a wrench thrown, it would be a dramatic situation, it would add a lot of drama. I just don't personally believe that she's pregnant. Reason being is that we cannot forget how slowly these days go by on Sistas. Even though Karen and Zach had sex in season 2, it's literally only been 4 or 5 days since their sexcapade in the office slash storage room. And judging by Tyler Perry's timeline of Sistas, let's just say that Karen is pregnant. She wouldn't find out. She wouldn't have any proof of that in season 3. Remember, a whole season of Sistas is only between 8 and 10 days. So we can all agree that whatever Zach and Karen are discussing, it is of some great importance, and something that obviously could not be spoken about over the telephone. We see that they are both emotional, but in my opinion, I don't know. I don't think that Zach would respond that way if Karen was to tell him that she's pregnant. It seems like it could be maybe something happened with something in the family, but it is something deep. It is something that is emotional. Excuse me. It is something that is emotionally driven. There's also not enough context in that trailer for me to assume that Karen is pregnant. It's just not. I think a lot of people want it because it's some people feel like that would be a way to destroy the relationship that Zach has with Karen, or if it is Aaron's, it could be a way to truly close the chapter on Zach and Karen. Honestly, I believe the scene that we saw in the season finale, I think that was depicted in a way that really showed that there was some possible ending. But as I state all the time, this is Tyler Perry, so we really don't know. Now, I got 3 questions in addition to, is Karen pregnant? Do you think she's pregnant? That I do want to answer, that was sent to me pertaining to this topic. But before I do that, I want to address something. There's a lot of stuff. Okay. I have learned, and I have said this before, when watching Sistas, there are actually 3 shows that's going on at the same time. The first show is what Tyler actually wrote. The second show is what people add to make what they want to happen in the show. And the third part of the show is, I don't know what the hell people watching, because the stuff that I see, the things that come out on these forums, I'm thinking, sis, we are really not watching the same show. And this is one that proves it. I don't know where this came from, but let me just make this clear. Karen and Aaron did not have sex until season 3. Now, there seems to be a misconception regarding their sexual history. So let's just backtrack. In season 2, at the hotel, Aaron went down on Karen. He gave her, that good with his tongue. All right. And by the looks of it, looks like he was doing a damn good job. But they did not have penetration sex. They didn't, nothing entered nothing. And so in season 3, that's when, they consummated their situation, meaning that's when penetration happened. That's when intercourse happened. So I'm not really sure why people believe that Karen and Aaron had sex at the hotel. I don't know where that came from, but that is an untruth. They did not experience each other in the full capacity until season 3. I believe the episode was called The Chase, if I'm not mistaken. But no, that's when they first literally had sex. So the first question that I got was, and it's going to be a short video, I just wanted to address this because so many people was contacting me and I did not want anyone to think that I was ignoring you. So the first question is, do you want Karen to be pregnant? Why or why not? Personally, no. I do not want Karen to be pregnant, simply because I'm really not interested in watching a pregnant 36-year-old woman who's unsure of which man fathered her child. Even though all these women do questionable things, I believe they are all worth more than the typical who's my baby daddy storyline. I think that, like I said, I may be asking for a lot, but I just think they're worth more. And that storyline is so typical. And I just, 36 years old, maybe that's cute. It's not cute, but maybe it's more acceptable or digestible when you're 25. But when you're a 36-year-old woman and all of these characters on the show, their age on the show, they're closer to 40 than they are 30. It ain't cute. It ain't a good move. It's not cute. I'm just not interested in seeing it. So that's why I do not want her to be pregnant. And to be honest, no character on this show is in a position to be a parent. All their lives are jacked up in a sense. All of them they don't have like any footing or a foundation on what they want to do. Everybody is like in this state of confusion where they just are unsure about what decisions to make concerning their lives. And they really don't make definitive decisions. They kind of make, decisions for the moment and not anything that they're going to stick with that's going to carry them on to another, season or moment of their lives. The second question is, if Karen is pregnant, do you think that she would use the baby as a pawn to get back with Zach or to get Zach back? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I don't take that to be Karen's nature or a part of her character's makeup. I believe if she wanted him back, then she would have made a move on him on the mid-season finale. It was just them two there. Pam had left, so they had ample opportunity to do what needed to be done if that's what she wanted. And I feel like, I'ma just say it, I feel like on that scene, it's not really, people talk about it, but then other people act like these people are crazy. I have seen many people mention it, and I try to take up for them. I try to reply. But when Zach said to Karen, do you have anything you want to say to me? Now is the time to say it. You don't say that to somebody when you're really trying to make a break, when you're really trying to close the book on something. You don't ask that question. But that is a whole nother video. Whole nother video. But all in all, no, I do not believe that Karen is pregnant. I do not believe that. But the interesting thing is, and maybe it's jacked up to say, I don't want her to be pregnant. But if she was, I think that would be the very thing to cause her to make definitive decisions about her life, because now you have a life that you're responsible for. You can't be this person who's just made whimsical, decisions. But I don't want that. I just don't want that for her, because they're just not in a good place. Nobody's in a place to bring a child into the world. So no, I don't believe she's pregnant. Somebody messaged me and they said, you know what? They said, I bet you would be the oddball reviewer who don't think that Karen is pregnant. I said, you know what, sis, you're right. I don't believe she's pregnant. I think that, judging by Tyler, he's great at doing twists and turns and unexpectancies and things you don't even fathom that's going to happen. And I think pregnancy is too obvious. It's too obvious of a choice. But like I said, because of the timeline, if this show actually progressed, then I would be like, yes, I believe that could be an option. But because this show goes by day, moment by moment, second by second, I don't believe it is possible for Karen to know that she's pregnant within this third season. Now, no, I do not know where this scene actually falls in line on the second half of season 3, but wherever it comes to, unless there is a huge progression on the back end of season 3, which I highly doubt, I do not believe that Karen can confirm whether or not she's pregnant. So those are my thoughts on that. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for still submitting your questions. I'll have my email address and all my stuff in the description box if you have something that you want me to talk about as it pertains to Sistas. So until next time, I will holler at y'all later. One.